Okay, let's get right to the point of this video. Basically, people steal from the VA, people steal from the Social Security Administration. It happens all the time. Fraud is rampant. I didn't realize how rampant it was. I didn't realize how bad the programs were getting hit with fraud. Now we're seeing pretty much every couple of days multiple people getting arrested, indicted, etc., for essentially fraud on these programs that we love and use and want to continue to love and use. Let's get into it real quick. Released from the hot sheets from OIG, the Office of Inspector General, the group that investigates fraud related to the Social Security Administration. We have two individuals, could be more in total, but let me get through it. Federal grand jury indicts former Rochester couple for defrauding the VA out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, why is this relevant to Social Security? They weren't just frauding the VA, it was part of the investigative team in the final paragraph where the indictment is the result of an investigation by the Social Security Administration's Office of Inspector General under the direction of Special Agent in Charge Amy Connolly and the Department of Veteran Affairs Office Inspector General under the direction of Special Agent in Charge Christopher F. Algieri, Northeast Field Office. This was a hit team involving fraud that spanned between the VA and the SSA. Let's get into it. July 30th, 2025. Rochester, New York, U.S. Attorney Michael G. Giacomo announced today that the federal grand jury has returned an indictment charging Michael Joyce, 53, and Sarah Joyce, aka Sarah Schultz, 33, both formerly of Rochester, New York, now living in New Jersey, with theft of government funds, wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, and conspiracy to defraud the United States. The charges carry a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Assistant U.S. Attorney Nicholas M. Testani, who is handling the case, stated that according to the indictment and previously filed a complaint in April of 2016, Michael Joyce submitted claims for disability compensation to the Department of Veteran Affairs for several purported disabilities, including post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and a back issue. I'm sure the filing for SSDI benefits was in there as well, because that's what most veterans are supposed to do. You file for your PNT or your TDIU, and you also file for your SSDI. Okay, so following multiple consultations and examinations for his various issues, Michael Joyce was awarded a 100% disability rating for reported PTSD, 30% for his reported symptoms of TBI, and 40% for his back. Okay, so he got his 100%. That means he gets his 4,600 plus, and it depends on what the options are there. But he's getting a check north of $4,000 from the VA. Okay, in February of 2018, he applied for a status of permanent and total disability (PTD), which removes an individual's obligation to continue getting reevaluated for various disabilities and makes them eligible for other veteran benefits. In his statement in support of claim, Michael Joyce asserted, every disability that I have is either in the same but will not get better or has gotten worse. So, okay, in other words, he's filed for a status of permanent total, right? PNT. He's hoping that basically, and that was in 2018. He's hoping that he can get access to the 10-year rule and the 20-year rule. And for those who don't know what that is, it's basically where they have less of an ability to challenge the severity of your impairments and how they limit your ability to do vocational tasks. He stated that his PTSD had not improved, that he is more housebound, and he feels that he will die if he goes outside. Michael Joyce was subsequently granted a PTD status in April of 2018. Okay, so he got his permanent total disability in 2018, April. In November of 2017, the couple, so I guess what was he before? I thought he had 100%, thought he had his 100%, let me see real quick. Yeah, he's got Michael Joyce was awarded 100% disability rating for reported PTSD, 34 says reported symptoms TBI, and 40%. I mean, at that point, maybe sometimes they don't go into filling these details. There could have been a TDIU situation here, but not part of the video. We'll keep rocking and rolling. Princess Diana, very, very thank you. Thank you very, very much for the $2 donation. I see Sharon K is a new member, which is awesome. I see Princess Diana did another $2 donation, which is absolutely amazing. Let me put some hearts on those. Princess Diana is like royalty with this channel. She's been with us for a very, very long time, and she's been a member for a very, very long time. So we super appreciate her. Okay, so here we go. In November of 2017, Okay, so the couple applied for Sarah Joyce as Michael Joyce's proposed caregiver to receive payments through the VA Caregiver Support Program, claiming that Michael Joyce is wholly reliant on Sarah Joyce for multiple life tasks, including feeding, bathing, and dressing. Sarah Joyce was approved and received a retroactive payment of $8,345.82 and began to receive $2,890.14 per month for the care of Joyce. As of March 2024, Sarah Joyce has received over $250,000. Remember, that was just Sarah Joyce. Just Sarah Joyce, the caretaker as part of the Caregiver Support Program, CSP. A review of Michael Joyce's Army personnel file and during interviews with former members of his unit, so they went deep. They were going to get this guy. Investigators found multiple inconsistencies in his claims. Unit members described Michael Joyce as having never been deployed to a combat zone. Subsequent investigation surveillance documented on multiple occasions Michael Joyce walking with no apparent difficulty or assistance, driving a motor vehicle, and performing household maintenance tasks, including climbing a ladder and snow shoveling. That's where basically they send somebody out to follow you around, see where you drive, see what you do, take videos of you, take pictures of you, etc. And they did. They send out basically a CDI unit. It's a hit team for investigations to get video and photographs and audio recordings of you doing things that they can then put into what's called an ROI that they then use against you to show that you're not as disabled that which you claimed you were. The indictment is the result of an investigation by the Social Security Administration Office of Inspector General under the direction of Special Agent in Charge Amy Connolly in the Department of Veteran Affairs Office of Inspector under the direction of Special Agent in Charge Christopher F. Algieri, Northeast Field Office. The fact that the defendant has been charged with the crime is merely an accusation. The defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. Now remember, two people here who are going to get punished. You have essentially person number one, the veteran who claimed he was really, really super disabled, and person number two who applied for the caretaker program to essentially take care of the not actually disabled person. Although, of course, the charges haven't gone through. We have to see what they're going to do. But the bottom line here is this. What I want you to understand from this, what I want you to gain from this knowledge base with this particular setup, what I want you to understand is they saw him walking with no apparent difficulty, okay, or assistance. So no ambulatory devices, no walker, cane, crutches, any of that stuff. Driving a motor vehicle, being able to have quick reaction time, look at the mirrors, be able to use your feet in tandem with your hands, eye-hand coordination, and performing household maintenance tasks. So they got him walking around the house, updating things, modifying things, working on house stuff, including climbing a ladder and snow shoveling. So what you got to understand here is they were watching him and gathering evidence to prove that he was not truly disabled under the VA rules and the SSA rules. The SSA and the VA want more investigations because the more people they can catch, the more fraud they can claim, the happier Trump is, and the fewer people they have to pay. And that's the direction that this whole thing is going. All right. Attorney Walter Hnot, we're going to go live in about 5 minutes to go ahead and answer questions for free. Okay. So you're going to basically call in, use a fake name, all that stuff, and I'll answer your Social Security questions. With that said, please remember to like and subscribe. Head over to the company page if you like, Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida. Throw stars up there. Keep in mind, we go live Mondays and Thursdays. I miss Thursdays, so we're going to go live after this. Please also keep in mind, I think this is very important. At the end of the day, I do consultations, which is basically 1 hour consultations, so 30-minute consultations. Mini contract is below, so you can get access to my brain for a particular situation that you have. We'll rock and roll through it. I will catch you in the next video in about 5 minutes, and that's where you get to call in and talk to me directly where I answer questions. Thanks so much, Attorney Walter Hnot. Let's rock and roll. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.